So they supposed to be deleting TikTok tomorrow. It is Saturday the 18th, I believe. Yo, scratch that. It's still Saturday the 18th. Look, when you go on TikTok, look what happens. I'm going to read it. It says, a law banning TikTok has been enacted to the United States. Unfortunately, that means you cannot use TikTok. And it says, close app or read more. They wasn't playing no games.
These days, I'm letting God handle all things above. The things I can't change are the reason you love me. Listen, you can hear them calling my name. I'm all over the place, I can't sit in one place. I'm not ashamed at all.
But they supposed to be deleting TikTok. Right now I'm getting ready to go do an exercise, you feel what I'm saying? Go do a little run and go do like some glute exercises, you feel what I'm saying? But a lot of people are frustrated because obviously, you know, it is a frustrating thing, you feel me? Like a lot of people are going to, their businesses might go down, or they might not be able to transition from being on TikTok to other apps. I noticed that a lot of people that have large followings on TikTok, most of them don't have large followings on other apps. Instagram is so dead, yo. I always deactivate Instagram and bring it back up, or right now it's deactivated. I really don't care for Instagram. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a Snapchat. You feel what I'm saying? So I noticed that, yeah, a lot of people can't transition because, first of all, it's so easy to build a following on TikTok. On one end, a lot of people were making a lot of money, a lot of bread on TikTok. You feel what I'm saying? I was making bread on TikTok too, but I wasn't living off of it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living off of it, but it was good. It was like side money. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely like side money. It was cool to have that, you know, couple, you know, a little something popping into your PayPal account. But some people was quitting their job and living off of it. So I don't, you know, I understand that they will be frustrated, you feel what I'm saying, to either have to go back to a job or to have to find another way to make money. But I feel like it'll motivate people to really lock in on, I say, YouTube, because Instagram is like, Instagram is hit or miss, you feel what I'm saying? And I truly feel like TikTok algorithm was curated specifically, TikTok's algorithm was curated specifically for, for engagement, for people to come your way when you talking about what they want to talk about, versus YouTube is a little harder because you really gotta stay in your niche for the algorithm to pick it up and shoot your videos out, or you gotta go viral, you feel what I'm saying? Instagram, I don't know what Instagram's algorithm is like. The funny thing is, I used to make money on Instagram. I was monetized for a little bit. The money wasn't like TikTok money, but it's still like, I don't know, it's too inconsistent. It's too many ads on Instagram. Social media, if you go on my page on YouTube, you'll see that I made probably like 2-3 videos talking about deleting social media, because like social media is one of those gifts. It's like a gift and a curse. It's one of those things where it's like, dog, growing up, right? If you go on my old channels, right? I always talk about them, right? Old head stuck in the past segment. If you go on my old channels, you'll see that I was mainly focused on YouTube, and I just was being a creative. So I think right now, those old ways of being is coming back now that they might delete TikTok, if they delete it. I feel like people who just enjoyed the craft, people who locked in on creating their content, people that talk a lot, but also have a creative element to them, will thrive on any app. It might take longer, it might be more difficult, you might gotta tweak and twist, but those who talk a lot, because people love commentary, that's why people watch podcasts and these videos and reaction videos. People want to hear people's perspectives for whatever reason. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can talk, you creative, and you know, then you probably be good on any app. Like, you can transition from TikTok to YouTube. It's just a different vibe. I talked about this last night. I was on live, and TikTok has a certain vibe to it. But if you take a TikTok video and put it on Instagram, it won't feel the same. If I've seen people take, and I do this myself too, I've seen people take TikTok videos and put them on Instagram, right? I mean, put them on YouTube. And it's still a dope video, but for some reason, the vibe of TikTok, when you on TikTok watching a video, it seems so much more interesting or appealing, or it's like, oh my God, I agree with that 100%. But if you take that same video and put it on YouTube, it don't pop the same. It don't feel the same. It's just like, oh, it's another video, keep it pushing. I don't know why that is. Like, something they did with TikTok and the algorithm, and you feel what I'm saying? And just how just how everything is on that app, I feel like it's like geared to, I gotta get a haircut, I might get one today. I feel like it's geared to how should I say this? It is geared to helping people create an audience. YouTube and Instagram is not like I'm gonna help you create an audience. It's like, create your audience. Do what you do and my algorithm will pick you up. It's other apps. TikTok is like, do what you do and I will create a vibe for you, an algorithm for you. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that is why a lot of people are easily able to build a following on TikTok versus on other apps. On other apps, from the perception of it, you really gotta be like that. You really gotta be engaging. You really gotta be consistent. You really have to. But another thing I noticed too is that on other apps like YouTube and Instagram, you actually build a solid following, and maybe that's why it's harder. I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall, you feel me? Because TikTok, like, if you heard that lady who made her TikTok and she got 2 million followers, and then she tried to do like a meetup with 30 people, and she couldn't get 2 people to come or something like that, you feel what I'm saying? Or it was like a TikTok artist too who didn't have a lot of ticket sales because they were a TikTok artist. They couldn't sell tickets, but like, if you blow up on Instagram, like PNB Rock blew up on Instagram. If you blow up on YouTube, it's a different vibe. Like, I feel like you can get some hard tickets from that. Those are solid people, you feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. Goodbye to TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I made a couple dollars on there. I was surprised when I started making bread, but as long as you're consistent on there and you get in the creator fund, you can make some money, or you can get some brand deals, which I didn't really get into the brand deals only because I never truly learned how to reach out to certain people. I didn't really get into that vibe. I just made money off the creator fund and whatever money I made from TikTok lives. You feel what I'm saying? But now I always loved YouTube since I was little. So like, I feel like I always quit YouTube for a long time and then I end up coming back. So I'm back again, so no. But you know, it's cool to say like, what if I didn't quit? But I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't go through what I went through. And I like who I am at this point with all the knowledge that I know and stuff like that. So if I would have just stayed on TikTok and became like one of those young TikTok stars or whatever the case may be, I would be so naive, and I probably would have lost myself in the midst of trying to be a YouTuber, like the Freds and the Smoshes and, you know, the Kev Jumbas. None of them really make music. Really make videos no more. They pretty much quit. Nigga Higa quit. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, it's like, you know, they go to live their regular lives. They've been popular for so long. They've been on these apps for so long, and it changed. You know, the internet changed. TikTok even changed over the past, 4 years I've been on it. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes. So sometimes people, you know, remove themselves from things because things change. And on the flip side of all the money and the followers that I'm talking about in regards to TikTok, I truly believe that a lot of people need to step back from TikTok. You know what I mean? I took a 6-month break from TikTok when I lived in Idaho. I took weeks off here and there, but I feel like TikTok algorithm is not only beneficial in regards to building a following, but it's also detrimental to people's mindset. Now you got to be willing to separate from that and put yourself in a position to not be torn down mentally from these apps, but at the same time, you can't ignore the fact that just being around these apps or dealing with these apps are not a problem to your mental health. So you can say, oh yeah, you need to do everything with balance and moderation and blah, 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 X, Y, Z. You can say that, but even if you do it with balance, when you get back on it, like for example, if you tell somebody to smoke cigarettes in moderation, it's like, okay, you stop smoking for a week or a month or whatever the case may be, but when you go back, it's still toxic. The cigarette is still a cigarette. Social media is still social media. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all subjective though. It's all dependent on your opinion. Everybody sees it differently, but I think, bless me, I think as a whole, this shift needed to happen. Whether they ban it or not, it's opening people's eyes up to a lot of things, to a lot of the fact that maybe they shouldn't put all their, eggs in one basket in regards to TikTok. That's why so many people are crying on these apps. And also maybe people should lock into more sustainable things like possibly YouTube. But in general, with anything, everything fluctuates. Jobs fluctuate. I could get laid off tomorrow, or somebody could be on YouTube and they can get demonetized. TikTok is getting banned. Instagram is not consistent. Like, what I'm saying? Nothing is really permanent. Everything's temporary. So I say ride it till the wheels fall off and try your best to make sure that you have something in the tuck, whether that's money or other situations or having multiple different sources. This will change people's mindset regardless of whether they ban it or not. But what I will say is, like I said, the people that's going to thrive on no matter what app they go on are those who just got it. Those who can talk enough, those who are creative, and I feel like everybody can't be a content creator. I feel like a lot of people did because of the money, and then I feel like a lot of people did just because of they like attention. To each his own though. Everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do, but you know what I'm saying? Don't let this tear you down. If you're gonna thrive, you're gonna thrive on whatever app you want. You're gonna thrive no matter what. I promise you. So lock in, create your YouTubes. TikTok might get banned. Make another Instagram if you want. If you don't, whatever, it don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? Social media is social media. It's your boy Josh Different. I'm different, you different, we different. I'm about to go do a run.